Thank you for joining me. I'm headed out again. This time we're going out to a juniper forest. I haven't been there since I was a teenager. It's a long time ago. So yeah, this should be a good one. This is the end of February, so it'll be the last chance I get to hit single digits. So we're taking advantage of it, and let's roll that intro and I'll see you when we get out there. Thanks, bye. Alright, hopefully the wind noise doesn't pick up too much, but I found my site. This is all I was looking for. A dead standing juniper, a big one. So down here, walk you down to camp. By the way, this is just slick and mucky down here. It's frozen. There's my tracks going that way. Did a little exploring of the area. You gotta know your surroundings. So let's come down. Skip ahead maybe. Alright, this right here is camp. Setting up my hammock right there between that tree and that tree. And got a rock to sit on. Fire there. But now, I'm gonna get camp set up and all the camp chores done, gather some wood, and let's have a look around after that. This is such a nice area. So we found where we're going. Yeah, the wind is about 10 gusts up to 20, I believe. The temperature holding steady right around 25, 30. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but in freedom height we are right around 25, 30. So let's go get the stuff, set up camp. See you in a minute. Alright, welcome back. Step number one is complete. We've got our 2 trees here clear of any dead standing stuff that's going to get in our way. This is tree number 1, strong sturdy juniper tree, and that's number 2. So the first things first, put your straps up. I just unravel them and I throw them over my shoulders. So I'm going to put one up there, I'm going to put one up there, and right now you just want to do a bit of an angle. Let me show you what that looks like. Alright, we're all set up. This is going to be my point where I hook my straps. So I'm just going to take one off my shoulder, and I'm going to take the end that I got the carabiner on, and I'm just going to wrap it around the tree. I try to get it up over a branch so that this is a dead branch. I'm going to go ahead and knock that off. You don't want anything falling on you when you sleep. So I got to try to get it over a dead branch just so the back end doesn't slide down and put weight on it. And then I just take the carabiner and slap it on like that. And what I like to do is I like to take my carabiner, let's move that toggle down. I like to take my carabiner, like this will normally work because you've got a branch on the other side holding it in. But what I like to do is take this whole setup and shift it to one side. Typically the side that has the carabiner on it. And the reason I do that is when you pull on this, it's gonna pull the carabiner and tighten everything up. I give it a good squeeze on the tree. Now these straps are great because they don't harm the tree. You don't leave any gouge marks in there, but when it's on an angle like that, you see that tightens up and it pulls the whole tree. Let me give you a closer look at that. So when I have that off to one side like that, when I pull on this, it pulls on that carabiner, which pulls on itself and gives you, I'm putting all my weight on here. I'm 180 pounds, it's holding this sucker fast. All right, I got the first one up here. Now, question is, I'm on a hill, it's slanted this way as well as this way. So how do I tell how high to put them? If you're on a hill, always put the strap uphill, lower on the tree. That way when you get your hammock set up, it doesn't tilt to one side. It's very uncomfortable to lay that way. So I got that one temporarily set up. The carabiner on the end makes it so much easier to adjust than trying to fiddle, and when you get it all looped up in there, you gotta unloop and you gotta pull the whole strap off the tree. Carabiner makes it easier. Let me show you what I mean by having to pull the whole strap on the other tree. This side being the downhill side, I'm gonna put my strap higher up on the tree, somewhere probably right up there, and then I'm gonna get my hammock and determine how high to lay it. Having this carabiner on the end is nice, and let me show you why. If I take this off, don't lose it, put it in my pocket. Typically this is how you'd set up a hammock strap. You'd grab it, and when you wrap it around the tree here, you then have to loop it through the loop you created and pull it tight. And it's gonna, especially on these evergreens, like junipers and pines and Douglas firs, etc., it's gonna get stuck. And if you have to then adjust this, you gotta take it all off again. You gotta pull it off, you scratch your arms up. It's not fun. So having that carabiner on there, she's golden. So this guy is going back on. My gloves on, it's cold out here. So we take the hand that does not have the loops, easy breezy, slide it in there. A little more difficult with gloves, and there you go. Then you take that carabiner, and because this is the downhill side, like I said, I'm gonna wrap this higher, up on the tree a good ways. This is a juniper, good sturdy juniper. And pull some of these dead branches off. We don't need that. Go around, and snap it in, just like that, easy breezy. And again, I'm gonna lean it, I'm gonna slide this whole loop toward the carabiner side. I want that out of there, pull it toward the carabiner side. So when it pulls on the rope. Turn that around, and there we go. That is finished, the straps are up. And that's finished, my friends, the straps are up. Takes 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, however long it takes to do it. It took me a couple minutes with explaining. Let's go get the hammock and I'll show you how to put that up. Make sure it's level. So here's the hammock. This, normally you're gonna have straps on the end that hold this tight like that, but I've used this a lot and I did not like, it's attached to the hammock still, but this bag ain't fireproof. So I done goofed, I got it hot, melted a couple spots along here, and the straps came right off. You don't need them unless you're squished for space, in which case you can easily just reattach them. So let's put the hammock on. I'm gonna take it out of the bag, slowly, part by part. Now what I wanna do, I'm gonna reach in here and I'm just gonna look for a hook. There you go. I'm not gonna pull the entire hammock out of the bag. I'm gonna hold it under my arm, grab the hook, get the net up on top, and hook it on the hammock. I'm gonna hook it on the hammock where I think it needs to go. One thing that I want to mention is this. See how small that tree is? Now my first loop is way down on by the ground. I don't want that. It's an easy fix. Just wrap it. Wrap it around. That takes up a few inches at a time. On a small diameter tree, it's really easy to do. So there you go. Wrap it around the tree to absorb some of the length, and I hook my hammock, everything in line so that the net is on the top. You don't want this twisted, so you see how that's twisted a bit? I'm gonna flip it around, hook my hammock on there. So with the hammock over there attached to the tree, net up, I'm just gonna walk with the hammock, just holding the bag until I reach the point where it's taut. Reach in and grab the other hook and just let it drop. I'm gonna go hook it up on the other side. Again, my net is up. All right, if you notice on this setup, this end is the foot end. It's higher than the head end. I like that. It helps reduce a little bit of calf ridge. Now on this particular hammock, it comes with the bug net, and you can flip this over if you wish, but I'm gonna sleep with it on top because it seems that in a slightly windy area, this material helps to block out the wind. So here's my net support. You can see in here the hanger for your lights or whatever. Nicely sewn, good strong patch. All right, I want to show you something on this hammock. This is the elastic net support. All the netting here is sewn to this elastic. This is the little bit of string that comes with it to help hold up the net. What I've done is tied a simple knot here to help it, to keep it on there, and then I just do a little bit of a wrap here. It just helps keep everything organized, but I know there's the other end of it. I just pull it through, unravel it, and tie it off. So here you can see I have a tie-out point right here on the strap. If I want, I can tie that up, but I don't like to have it close to my body. The net, I mean, I don't like to have it close to my body. So I'm gonna pull it up, and you see that net? It just goes right up with it. Perfect. That on my face. So I'm gonna put a tie-out point up high. All right, this is how I tie this off. It's tight, a little cramped up here for space, but you can see the cord coming here. I pull it tight with one hand and just do a simple wrap around the branch. Get these untangled here. Sorry, little branch. So I wrap it around once, holding the net, and then I just pull it around the backside and go rack around. And then I just tie it off in a simple half bowline. All right, there's a little better. See what I did there is I just wrapped it around the lead line out here, and then tied it off right there with just a simple hitch. And this thing is slippy slide. It'll slide right back up to the knot. All right, this is how I tie the string off. Here's my bug net, the tie-out point. I did a simple triangle knot here to hold it on. I just tied it onto this so that it won't come off. And I did a little loop-de-loop here. This is my other end here. All I gotta do to undo it is I just pull this out, and it's just looped through one of these, or threaded. It's just threaded through one of the ends there. I just push it back through, just like so. Where are you at? Right there. Just comes right out of that, and the rest of this unravels. Very, very simple, organized, keeps well, love it. So that's how I keep this thing together. Let's have a look at how I tie it off to the tree. So first thing I do is I take that and I pull it tight. It doesn't have to be real tight, I don't want to rip it, but it's tight enough. So it still has a little elastic. And then in this case, I'm just gonna wrap it around this tree. Here's the other end. And then I'm gonna give it a little tug. That's not too tight. And then I wrap it around itself. You can see that. Go back around the tree. So I've wrapped the little end around the big end, back around the tree, and all I'm gonna do now is tie this off in, I think this is a half hitch. Ta-da, just like that. And now that's not going anywhere. So there we go, this is the bug net, this is the hammock set up. Got my zipper. At this point, all I gotta do is unzip it and start putting my my sleeping bag in and everything in. I put the weight in before I put the underquilt in, but there you go. That is how I set it up. And then of course you gotta test it. I don't dump myself on the ground here. Let me get you down here. So there you go, I've unzipped it. All you gotta do is put some weight in there before I put my hammock, my underquilt on. But there we go. And I can sit here. This can be my chair for the evening. Lean up against that bug net, and there you go. That's how I put up my hammock. Hopefully that made some sense to you. But yeah, again, this is the by far I've got 6 hammocks. Yeah, I got 6 hammocks, and I use this one the most by far. Number one reason why I like this bug net, and I thought for a while I wanted to have a zipper on either side. I've kind of scrapped that idea, and the reason why is I have a traditional square sleeping bag, a 0 degree synthetic giant bag. And when I first started hammock camping a few years ago, I would often wake up and half of that bag would be over the edge of the hammock. With this bug net, it keeps everything in. So I can put my wool blanket in here, I can put my sleeping bag in here, anything I want, and zip it up. It's staying in there. It's not getting crap on it, it's not getting bugs on it. This thing's thin enough it blocks some dust. And yeah, there you go. That's how I put this up. I got the tarp that I can put up next. I don't need it for protection from rain, but I do want it because it's going to block a lot of wind. We got a breeze going through here, and stopping that breeze is going to help increase the R value of the rest of my gear. So let's get to it. All right, here we are. I've got everything set up. It's at a slight downward slope there. So let's go show you what I did. I like to have a bit of a porch. What I mean by that is under here, having a bit of a sleeping area, so to speak. A sitting area where I am out of the elements. See, where I'm out of the elements, able to stand up fully. Head touches a bit, but that's all right. But I'm under my tarp in case it rains. And down here, I've got a bit of a sitting area in the shade, so to speak. So yeah, park myself in my hammock. Dark, dark, dark. So there we are, underneath the tarp, fully protected from the elements. I love being in this thing. There we go, foot end. Head end, like I said, foot end's a bit higher than the head end. All I need now is to toss on my underquilt and we're set. This is so relaxing. I need to tighten the tarp up. It moves a bit in the wind. All that means is I just pull the corners or the middle line taut so that it doesn't flip a boot in the breeze. But yeah, there we go. Got a stake under here that decided I didn't want to behave over there, so I tossed a rock on it. Just tied it off, buried it under some rocks. We're good to go there. Looks pretty good though, so we're gonna go ahead and call it good right there. I'll tighten it up a bit, but there you go. I am fully set up. Well, I got my sleeping bag and my underquilt on, but I promise, next time I'll do a ground camp. Next time I'll do a ground camp, but right now I'm fully relaxed. I got a great view off my front porch here. There's my garbage. I gotta do a little camp chore still and put a fire. That's my sitting rock, but all in all, pretty good view for what I got here, huh? Tomorrow we are going to hike up to some of the cliffs up there and look for Indian ruins. Right now, fingers are getting cold, getting hungry. I think it's time to start a fire. Let's do it. Alright, it's getting pretty chilly. I got my knife. I'm going to go get the magic fire started, but I need something to put it on, so we're looking around here for some easy to carry flat rock. Like this might do. Of course I can always just put it right in my hand, but here, yeah, let's do that. So we got these little bulbs of goodness here. So the ones that are attached to a strip, I'm just gonna pull right off. It's in my hand. And then we're gonna clip off the ones that are not. Careful not to slice our finger off. But we want that stuff. See? This is it looks like gold. Smells like heaven. Get under here and get some more. Can never have enough. Can never have too much. So we're just gonna keep cutting some of this off. Careful not to cut ourselves. That would be bad. So here we go. Just a wee pile of it in my hand. Look around. I'm gonna sheath my knife and grab some of these strips here. Oh, we do not want that wet. I can feel the snow in my hand. We want these underneath this underside here. These tiny little twigs. I think we got a lot of those. Grab some of this stuff and head back to the fire pit. So what we want to do, got my kneeling pad because this might take a minute. Got this in one hand, which is not okay because I need to use this hand. I'm going to find a temporary surface to place it on, which is going to be right here in this divot of the tree. All right, this is my kindling. This is what I'm putting a spark into. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it, I'm going to twist it, rub it together, twist it. And I want to make a mess, a bunch of fibers. Open up the fibers, mash it up. So there we go. That's what I want, is this right here to be very fibrous. And then push it down. I want this to be very firm. I'm going to take this and this is where it's going to go. It's going to make your finger sticky. Crunch it up and spread it out on there, just like that. Whew, sticky fingers. Everyone loves sticky fingers. I get the rest of it. I don't want to waste it. Crunch it up. I'm just gonna, there we go. Okay. I got my pile of kindling here. I need smaller stuff, so we're going to take these little tiny ones and crunch them up. And we're going to put them right here. Get them right close and ready to go. Got a bit of wind. Don't like the wind. The little teeny ones off the tips. There we go. All right. Get my knife and my fire steel. If this doesn't work, I gotta go to the car to get the other knife. So the fire steel, I'm just gonna set, I want to move this. This is in the way now. I gotta do is and adapt. Put it over here on top of a weed. Alright, so this goes in there. Now people tell you to place it here on the tip of your knife and push, but that does not produce enough friction. At least in my case, it does not. So I always come down here near the end, and on this knife it has this little choil deal there that works pretty good. So let's put that right down in there, and I'm going to firm up my right hand holding the knife, and I'm going to pull this fire steel away like that. And hopefully this produces a flame. It might take a second because we didn't spend a lot of time on this kindling, did we? I don't like that. Oh, we had a flame, but it went out right away. So, I'll do it my way now. Okay, oh, wait a minute, I thought you were doing it your way. Kinda. That went out. Whew, where'd that going? 4th of July over here. There's a fire. Is it gonna stick around? Nope. Yeah, it's kind of still going. It's still going. Get some room. A little bit of twigs in there. Yeah. Come on, baby. You can do it. going. There we go. I think we got it. These sticks are too big, I think. Oh, we lost it. Alright. Let's do this another way. Bad plan, switch it up, right? Gonna make this a little more fibrous. Like washing your laundry old-fashioned way. Tear it up. Got bits of wood in there, it kind of hurts the hands. Like that. And then I'm gonna put this guy, he's ready to go.
2,000 years later.
Holy cow. This is cheap. This ferrowood is cheap. I got a fire going over here. We can do it. We're gonna go. Afraid everything's quite damp. I think we got it. I think we finally got a fire. Maybe. Yeah, we got it. Holy, how long did that take, boys? Jeez. That was a rough one. A little disappointed in this. The ferro rod comes out of this thing quite easily. Dang. All that to boil some water. Jeez, get you out of the way so I don't burn the camera. The juniper's hard wood to burn. It's hard to get going. It's one of the hardest ever. One of the hardest I've ever done. See, the flame looks different. It's like it doesn't even want to be here. Just breaking up little twigs over here. Throw some bigger sticks on there. Letting everything heat up and burn. I think I'm smothering my own fire though. It's not hard to get going. Just give it some oxygen and it'll go. Oh, that works well. Boys, we've created fire. Alright, I'm just sitting here by my fire and just warming up. It's nice and toasty, these big logs on here. I got them leaning up on this bottom log here. I got all these back ones leaning up like that. But I wanted to talk to you about some stupid gimmicky thing I see going on in the bushcraft community. I'm sitting over here. There's my chair seat, cushiony right there. A lot of times what I'll see is a guy setting up a fire and then he'll stack logs behind it and call it a fire reflector. Now I'm going to be very unpopular for saying this, but that does not reflect fire. Things that reflect fire are reflective surfaces. Wood is not a reflective surface. It doesn't reflect the radiated heat from the fire. The only purpose it could serve in warming you up is if it burned itself. If it caught fire, then you'd feel the radiated heat coming back at you. Otherwise, all it's doing is absorbing heat on the backside. It's not reflecting anything. The purpose of a fire reflector is to block wind. When it blocks wind, then it's keeping you warmer. But sticking it back there and saying it's keeping you warm by reflecting fire, it's just silly, really. Even on the face, if you think about it for 2 seconds, it's not doing anything but stopping wind. And that wind stoppage, movement of air, that's what's making you feel like you're warmer. It's drives me crazy, some of these things I see. Feather sticks is one we'll talk about later. All right, boys, I present to you the crappy version of the Siberian log fire. On the back here we have 2 large logs leaning up against a mess of coals, trying to keep it from burning back into the logs toward that end of it. Out on this end, we don't want that burning, we want it to burn up here. But you got 2 logs, we're in the desert. I can hear an owl. That's what we got. It's gonna burn a while. It's gonna be really hot. I got more wood to get. It's still a bit light, so I'm gonna do that while it's light. And yeah, let's do it. Alright, it's beef stroganoff. It's got some water in the pot. Gonna have this beef stroganoff. It's pretty good stuff. Tomorrow I'm cooking a steak for breakfast. That'll be nice. And now to get this thing securely on the blaze without burning our faces off. I think for now I'm just gonna settle with sitting it next to it. I guess I could hook it onto something, but this will do right there. That'll do. Right down there. Should get boiling in about 9 days or 20 minutes, who knows, some of that like that. Oh, my Zoom wheel got goo in it or something. Alright, so that's for dinner. We still got a little bit of firewood to go gather. I think I'm gonna go do that now because, whoa. I'm gonna go get that firewood now because we're losing daylight pretty quick. Where is it? Over here. It looks like it's brighter than it is. So I don't understand why this thing then has trouble focusing. Oh well. So relaxing out here. It's nice. Nice to come out and get away. Gotta pick up do some camp chores, pick up a few things and all that. Alright, dinner's done. We gotta show you the obligatory show us your dinner shot. So there you go, beef stroganoff. It's one of these freeze-dried meals. I'm gonna eat it with the CRKT again. I got a lot of CRKT crap. Man, it's bright. Turn that off. So CRKT, little spoon. Guy from work gave it to me. Chester, thank you so much for that. And I'm getting blasted by the heat over here. Look at this. Wind coming by at 900 miles an hour. Anyway, there's dinner. I'm gonna eat it. And I think hopefully the moon comes out. We'll do a little moon photography stuff, but oh, this tripod is just not playing nice. Grr. 2 hands, everything. Of course, we gotta, whoa, turn that off. Hello. There we are. That light is extremely bright. Oh no, that's worse. Firelight, can you focus? That's as low as it goes without turning there. There we go. All right, there we are. So yeah, I'm gonna eat my food, and my wife just told me that there's going to be a ginormous moon coming out tonight. So take some pictures of that, and yeah, and go hunt around at night. I don't know why, because I'm here and I want to burn off some energy. So we're gonna eat our food and do a bit of a nighttime walkabout. There's one thing about this whole adventure. I don't mind being alone, not one bit. I will sit out in the wilderness for days and not get lonely. There's a peace and a solitude about it. When I got food. If I don't got food, then maybe that's a whole nother story. So anyway, girls, tomorrow got My fire set there, a few logs over here. Okay, my wife is freaking out because a cop showed up down at the truck and then went to my door and asked if my truck should be out here. So I'm gonna head down to the truck and just make sure everything's okay. Just putting a few logs in the fire, kind of helped me find my way back in the dark. It's only 9 o'clock. It's not that late. Break up a few of these and stack them on here, so we'll be back. Gonna head down there. Got my little blower and thing. It's just a telescoping thingy I found. It's kind of neat, so helps me blow the fire. I like it. I'm gonna go put on my coat because it has dropped. It's cold out here, so let's go. Whew, just getting ready for bed here. This breeze is cold. Polyester top. Doubling up on layers because I'm a cold sleeper and I don't want to be cold. So, t-shirt, thick t-shirt. The army t-shirts are pretty good. Why is this thing wobbles so much? Come on, man. So, I was gonna have thermal underpants, socks, pants. I mean, I brought a t-shirt. I done goofed. So, that's gonna be a pillow. It's gonna be my pillow for tonight. Shake the soot off that old thing. Grab my sleeves. I don't know if you're at all interested in me dressing.
Of course!
Really?
No.
I will see you in about 8 hours. You will see me right about now. Good morning. Not good morning. Things have changed in here. I can't talk. I'm sitting on a rock. Things have definitely changed a bit in here. There's snow down in there. That's not the way I left it. Not sure how snow got in here, but there it is. Also, let's pull this back up. Also, this, now you saw me put this up, but I'm sitting on a rock. Just poking me right in the bum. So, I'm gonna blow the snow out of my shoes. Why is that so bright? I don't know why that's so bright, but it's time to get up. That fire going. I sat in here. You guys saw me sitting here. There was no rock. I was not sitting on a rock. Something shifted. Something sagged. Something pulled. I'm gonna have to find out what. I'm gonna keep the snow pants on until. Well, I'm gonna keep the snow pants on until I. Oh, guys, I can't talk. My voice is not morning. I gotta go. Get the fire going, get warmed up, get something in me, because you hear this. Let's go. That smoke really does follow me around. I thought it was a hoax. These will catch coal, increasing the heat. That's why I'm stuffing them in here. I'm really just having fun. I could start this legit like, but I'm having fun. Because of the way I put this thing down, it maintained its heat all night long, which is kind of cool. Up underneath all these ashes, the coal stayed. But you should blow the white ash off until you find a coal like I did earlier. Excuse me, not a coal, an ember. These black things are coals. The embers are what burn. Anyway, it's up and going now, so stop horsing around because I'm cold. Everything's wet. And I need this fire because I'm cold and wet. Well, I'm not cold. I'm not wet. I'm cold. The shelter definitely settled. The hammock, I mean. It dropped down a good 8 inches. Went to bed just fine. Slept great. It's the way you sleep in a hammock is just great. And then woke up because I felt something touching my butt, which is not really a pleasant feeling when you know you're alone and something's grabbing your butt. You think something's up. On the face smoke. So got up, shimmied a little bit, and I'm like, what the heck? I'm touching the ground. In this case, the ground's touching me. So yeah, I had to get up and figure that out. And yeah, it's looking over there, it did drop down a bit. Seeing the sun peek up through the trees, that's always a good feeling. Oh, it's a little chilly this morning. I got my breakfast here. I'm eating steak for breakfast. It's mostly frozen. We're alright. It'll thaw well. But I got a good fire going to keep me warm, and yeah. Just gonna take it slow this morning, and I don't know if you can see my sleeping setup over there from last night. You can see my finger. Where are you at? Right this rock right there. Why are you not focusing there? This rock right there, poking me in the bum. Everything sagged a good 18 inches last night, so yeah. No. It was this rock right there was poking me in the bum. That one over there, I put that there. Anyway, yeah, it's that wasn't fun. I'm gonna get some food in me, and yeah, then we'll go do some exploring, and we're gonna climb some cliffs over there and go over to the ruins, and get it going. Just a quick rant while I rest here up against this rock. I'm in an area that says all over the place, do not shoot. There are thousands of year-old Indian artifacts here. There are bullet holes in them. Some of them are completely ruined. Now, I'm not a hippie by any stretch of the imagination. I believe that if you've got the right to do something, go ahead and exercise that right. I think that our rights are granted to us by God, not by the government. This purpose of government is to protect those rights. Full disclosure here. It's like I said, I'm in an area, there are no shooting signs just like every 10 feet. I swear someone just went out of control putting these up. But there are guys right down there that are putting bullet holes in those signs. I understand, and I appreciate and use the right to keep and bear arms, to go out and to shoot and to practice and do all that. I don't understand why someone would use their right, granted to them and protected by law, to go out and break the law. You're defeating your own purpose. If our guns are taken away, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that gun owners, not all of them, but some of them, enough of them, are exercising their right and breaking the law. I don't understand that at all. That includes everything from just simple defacing of signs to murder. Can you just follow the law? Just do what's right. I don't understand. People just don't have this inner compass that all of the rest of us have. It's crazy. So yeah, they're down there shooting holes in signs that say don't shoot. It's those kind of people right there that screw it for the rest of us. I don't understand it. Just angers me, frustrates me so bad. Rant off. It's us again. We are up here at this this long vein of desert varnished rock. This is this kind of stuff you'll find the Indian writings on. We're gonna just check out the area real quick. Oh, I'm shaking. And then head back to the camp, get the car keys, go back to the car, charge the phone, call the wife, pull out some gear because we're not staying very long, and then we're gonna head over to, if I can get this to zoom right, that hill right there. We're gonna look around for more desert Indian shenanigans, so stick around and we'll see what we can find. Yeah. Alright, we are all packed up and ready to hit the road. Thank you so much for joining me. If you, snowing. If you like that, hit the sub button, and we'll see you on the next adventure. Whew, love the snow. Bye.